Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadowplay Tarot. Friends, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make yourselves at home. And if you're returning, well, as always, I'm just so thankful that you like to come back and spend some time here on the channel. All right, my friends. So today I felt inclined to do a reading. I just kind of want to see what messages come through. I will be asking Spirit, what messages do you most need to hear whenever you come across this reading? This is a timeless reading, like most of our readings are. And yeah, so I'm expecting the groups to probably be different in vibe. I'm not really sure what the main theme is going to be, but we're just going to go with it. We're just going to be asking, what do you most need to hear right now? And hopefully, you hear something that resonates and offers you some kind of guidance in your current circumstance or situation. So, for today, we do have 3 Selena stickers. Aren't these so cute? I was kind of laughing at this one because even though she's like smiling and laughing, it almost looks like crying. And it's like, who doesn't know what that feels like? So just an observation about number 3 here. So number 1, we have Business Lady Selena, as I like to call her. She's so cute. Group number 1. Group number 2, we have the Amor Prohibido cover, which I absolutely love with the ruffle top. That was so like forward thinking, like under the leather jacket. So cute. And then group number 3, we have Laughing Selena in the bustier. All right, my friends, 1, 2, and 3. When you feel ready, I will meet you at your reading. Hello, my group number 1s. If you picked this Business Lady Selena, then welcome to your reading, my friends. Let's move this sticker right over here. And so friends, as I mentioned in the intro, today we are going to be just kind of seeing what messages come through. What do you most need to hear? We're going to be asking Spirit, what messages do you most need to hear now? So we will be starting by checking in on your current energy, seeing what's going on with you. Then we're going to be looking into any messages that want to come through. I will be using my oracle cards today. If you have a question on your mind, you can go ahead and start thinking about that. If not, that's totally fine too. We'll see what additional messages want to come through. And then we will be topping your reading off, or I should say closing it off, with a little charm reading and seeing maybe possibly what signs. Maybe you've been seeing something. I don't know why for some of you I'm kind of feeling like maybe you've been seeing, maybe it's a certain, like this is going to sound weird, but it's like maybe it's a certain bug or a certain leaf or a certain, there's like, I'm kind of feeling like something that's naturey, like, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but I'm just kind of seeing like maybe you're repetitively seeing something. So we'll see if maybe that comes through in the charm reading. Yeah, all right, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages. For my group number 1s, what is my group number 1's current energy? What is my group number 1's current energy? We have the Ace of Cups flying out first. I love that. It shows you being in a place of like emotional, like I feel like you feel good about something. This could be self-love. This could be like you've gotten close to someone in your family, or there's something going on that feels really nice. We have the 8 of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the Strength card reversed. So a little unfocused. I'm getting ringing in my left ear as well as I said that. Unfocused and maybe a little, I don't know if it's afraid to address something. We have the Empress and the Devil reversed. Spirit, what's going on with my group number 1s? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm sensing like there's a lack of planning, a lack of working. I'm sorry, my group number 1s. It feels like not working hard towards something. But I think it could be like lack of focus because something about it scares you. You feel, man, you guys, my left ear is ringing like crazy. Maybe you guys feel like restricted, or there's something toxic here you're trying to let go of. We have the Knight of Wands underneath that Ace of Cups. So the feeling of love doesn't stay is kind of what I'm feeling, or it's not consistent. So whatever the source is of, I don't want to say your happiness, but the source of where this emotional fulfillment is coming from, it feels like it's inconsistent. Yeah, there's something, we'll check what it is, but it feels like you could benefit from a break when it comes to something like there's healing that needs to be involved. We have the Queen of Swords that came through with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, why the Devil reverse, Spirit? We have the King of Wands. Why the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, cool. We have the Six of Pentacles. So you want more, but there's no action going towards it. And this could be with something like traditional that you learn from, or I mean, this could be for sure a relationship, or if you're in school, it could be that. Like it could be something like traditional in that sense. You want more, like. Long story short, you want more, but there's no action towards it. There's like a lack of being like, there's a lack of focusing in on a goal, or where you're putting your focus right now maybe is a little like mismanaged in the sense of, let me clarify, I don't mean to offend or upset anyone, but it just kind of feels like maybe the end game of what you want, what you're focusing on right now, it's not helping you build towards that. It's not helping you move towards that. There's a sense here that plans need to be made, and maybe you have the intention of like coming up with a plan, and maybe you're like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. But then tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, next, like whatever, like there's still no movement towards it is what I'm feeling. We will be looking into obviously more, but that's just kind of like part of the general feel that I'm getting. Like I said, there's something here about the source of where you're feeling good, or love that you're feeling, or fulfillment, enjoyment. It's kind of on and off. It's not really consistent. Maybe you get really excited about something and then you pull back. There's like a lack of effort here. There's something from the past that you're either, I'm getting the feeling you don't want to deal with it. You're kind of ignoring it perhaps, or you're just not really trying to focus on that right now. It's being highlighted in your reading for some reason. I'm not being shown what it is exactly. It does have to do with where your focus is going. Or where it's not going. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like it's almost like purposely not trying to deal with something from the past is what I'm getting. So it could be work related. It's definitely where you put your time, money, energy, effort into. We have the Strength card reverse with the Four of Swords reverse. So I feel like right now, earlier in the reading, I said like there's fears, but it almost feels like you don't think you have the courage to deal with something. It's either like to heal through something, or like I said, I almost feel like you need to create distance from you and the thing in a real way. Like if you can get away from it for, I don't know how attached you are to whatever this is, but if you could get away from it for like, however long, X amount of days, or even however long you can, there's something here about you kind of like shifting your focus and disconnecting from whatever this is. Because I feel like in how it's so weird how the words are coming out, but it's almost like however you're engaged with it right now isn't necessarily helping you move forward either. It's like there's healing that needs to be done. You probably need like retrospection in the situation, and it's almost like you're looking at the picture too close to be able to kind of fully see what is going on. That's what I mean by kind of like stepping back and like physically taking time away so that you can let your mind rest on whatever this is that you're feeling like you're not really into the idea of facing that. It's like facing a fear, and it's the fear of something toxic. I'm gonna need to take a sip of my tea for this one. Anytime the devil energy shows up, it's really heavy energy that shows up as a hindrance. This could be self-brought. This could be a toxic behavior that we are contributing or that we have been accepting, that we are addicted to. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, a person, a job, a toxic trait. It doesn't make us a bad person. It just, in the big picture of things, it's kind of holding us back from being able to, it's like we're chained to something, you know. It's like we're chaining ourselves to something that isn't necessarily the healthiest for our long-term growth. And I'm seeing that there's something here about trying to release it. There's this King of Wands showing up. That could be you, that could be someone else. They could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but this person presents themselves as being very confident, very driven, works for what they have, maybe a business owner, someone who's very creative. They're not necessarily emotionally committed to things. They're more like passionately committed. Wow, I've actually have never said that, and that's actually a really, like, I need to write that down so I can remember that for my own information later. So yeah, this person is definitely like, when they're like driven by their passions. So it's like, if they did I already say they could be a creative person? Very fiery. I'm being attracted to this card. Anytime I'm drawn to certain parts of a card, I feel like there's something to say there, and I feel like people look at this person, or this person draws attention in some way. Like I said, it's being tied into trying to release something possibly tied to this person. Maybe if you're feeling attracted to this person in a way that is holding you back or a hindrance to you in another way, that's kind of what you're trying to release here. I do see that you are trying to unchain yourself from this situation. There's also an Empress showing through. So we have a masculine and a feminine energy. So the feminine energy is very fruitful, very abundant, someone who's really, really good with projects, meaning when this person starts something, it's something that's going to grow. It's like they give life to things. This could also literally mean like a mother, but it's someone who gives life to things. So I can see why these two people would be drawn to each other, because it's like the leader on the creative team and then the person that actually brings it to life type of vibes. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be exactly in that sense, but that's kind of how it is. It's kind of like a nice little, it's a nice, almost like, I guess almost like a counterpart. But like I said, this one doesn't really feel as emotional, and the Empress is an all-around Empress, meaning she embodies her emotions, her passions, her drive, her mentality about things, the way she thinks, the way she communicates. Whereas the King of Wands, they're just attractive and maybe even a little toxic at times, for sure. Underneath the Empress, we have the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this Empress has been very clear about how she has spoken her truth about someone here was either living in a fantasy, or there was like too many options. Maybe that's why there was never any movement. But I feel like someone here is communicating about how they think or how they feel when it comes to that. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, this could be someone who is, like I said, still living in a fantasy, fantasizing about things and actually not making a move. Maybe this is someone who's talking more than they're actually getting a move on things. Maybe it's, more talk over action, or someone did have a lot of options to begin with, but they're becoming clear as to which one they want to go with. Either way, it's a little confusing, because this is literally like a confusion card. Someone here was confused at one point, and they're like trying to come out of it, but there's more talking there's like communicating, but I don't know how much action there is because, like I said, we have some cards that are a little unfocused. So if there are plans being made, it could be more rooted in fantasy than in an actual reality. Someone here wants enough to give and to take reciprocity, but there's no movement towards that. So at the beginning of your reading, I said you want more, but there's no action being taken towards the more. Whew. Okay. My group number ones. Let's continue. Wow, that was, when I get like that, I'm like, that was literally all channeled. Like, I don't even, it's not that I don't control what I'm saying, but the words definitely, when I explain certain things, I can tell when they're not mine. And if you know me in real life, you know how I talk. All right, my loves, my group number ones. My throat's going so dry. So let's get some messages from your guides. I do feel like we did already get a lot of messages in that first portion, even though we were just checking into your current energy. I feel like there was a lot there to work from. Maybe I feel like there was stuff there you needed to hear, especially when it came to that King of Wands. You know, the King of Wands like to swing his wand around and see where it passionately lands sometimes in whatever regard. That could be in projects and, you know, with relationships, you name it. Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for my group number ones? Yeah, there's a lot of passion here, but there's no movement forward. So like literally, like if this is a sexual partnership in some way, a sexual partnership, like what? But you know what I mean. If you guys are involved in that way, that's being highlighted, but there's no like movement forward. We have the Justice card here about bringing balance. Maybe this is actually, there's something about a position here. Maybe it's an actual legal position. I mean, it could include marriage or a boss where they're like legally, or maybe like the rules or something. There's something here in that regard. Someone's position isn't like really, there's more people showing up here. Maybe someone's position is kind of holding the situation back as well. There's someone who's emotionally withdrawn or not really like emotionally available. They're focusing on themselves right now. What additional messages? Did they cut you off? Someone here is pulled back. And even though there is passion and desire in the situation for whatever that is, there's like no movement forward. Someone is being someone's fantasizing here is what I'm thinking. It's very in their head type of situation where it's like thoughts of passion, thoughts of new beginnings. Why the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, you guys, this thing is not moving. It's literally not moving forward. Someone here is holding on to an old contract. And there's like a truth or like a revelation. There's clarity coming in when it comes to this King of Pentacles. Maybe you know that. Maybe you know that it's their position that's like adding an extra hurdle in the situation. I'm trying, for those of you that this isn't about another person, I mean, something here is emotionally cut off. So even if this isn't about a person that you were involved in, there's something that someone here is emotionally cut off from. And they're like focusing on themselves right now. There's definitely something that involves contracts and holding on to something, an old contract out of fear. There's no movement forward. I think I already said that like 5 times, but literally nothing is moving forward. I'm being told that like in 5 different places. Why the moon reverse, Spirit? So maybe there's fears here about being single or being independent. If this is work, maybe you have fears about being an independent contractor or going off on your own. I'm showing someone here is working on building their wealth or building their status in a situation. You're kind of in little sister mode, but you're going to grow into empress mode. Just, just no gender, but even though sister is a gender, I just mean the energy. It's very much like glow up, but it's like working towards it. It is going to require you to walk a path that you haven't, that maybe you're a little afraid to because you don't know everything there is to know. Or maybe you feel like you are starting to gain clarity in the situation. It could really go either way, but someone here is purposely gone cold, pulled back from their feelings. They're ignoring their feelings. So there's like crushy type of vibes going on, but they're like literally being stomped out. Like if the crush is like, I'm imagining like snuffing out a fire is what someone's trying to do. I don't know how successful that is because it's being done not in a healing way. It's being done in a purposeful, forced way that they're trying to shut something out when it comes to feeling. It's someone's way of avoiding some type of change, but I mean, you're only playing yourself there, player, is kind of what it feels like, because the universe and life is going to do what it does. So someone here can continue to shut down emotionally and not go with it, but something's going to be shifting eventually. Yeah, this is slowing it down, but if the cookie's going to crumble, it's still going to crumble is what I'm hearing. Let me see if there's anything else. Something here, someone who has the potential to show up very consistent and very like dependable. They're not right now. That I feel like that's the person that's pulled back. They're like emotionally withdrawn as well. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So if by now, I mean, I'm sure if you resonate with this group that you know who I am talking about, my friends. All right, let's, I wasn't sure how we were going to go through, but yeah, let's ask for some advice. Spirit, what advice do you have for my group number ones? What advice do you have for my group number ones? All right. So there is a partnership showing up. There's like something that you want, or I don't know, maybe there's even like maybe you think that this person is like your person. And maybe they're younger than you, could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, but there's something here about communicating and information. Maybe you guys are even like watching each other and there's like no movement forward because of that. I mean, I don't know because of that, but we'll look into it. What advice, Spirit, do you have for my group number ones? Oh my gosh, look it. What are the freaking odds? The same card in reverse, the Two of Wands. Someone here is not looking towards the future or like willing to. Someone here isn't ready to make a decision with what option excites them the best, or which one they see growth and expansion with. They're not doing that. Someone here is also afraid to make a move, and that's holding things back. If communication is a fear, that is holding things back. There's a fear of conflict or competition, but there's also a real desire to like get out of this place that you don't have enough of, or this feeling of lack, this feeling of being left out, this feeling of not having enough love, enough communication, enough of this person, enough of the job, whatever it is for you. It's keeping you in an energy of feeling that things aren't growing, things aren't progressing. is what I feel like. So I'm going to go ahead and say someone here is being encouraged to think about what you want, envision how, like, what you want in your life to grow with, what gets you excited, and go with that. Be bold. It doesn't have to be the same as what you've always done or always wanted in the past, because I see that you really want a union here. You want a partnership, but also your guys' communication style, my loves, might be a little, I don't want to say mature, but maybe it's not like open enough. It's not deep enough. It feels like young. But there's encouragement here in like moving through that, because that's holding back. You're being encouraged to take charge. We have the Emperor showing up upright with the Empress. These are divine counterparts, but the Empress is not satisfied with how the situation is going right now. Someone here isn't feeling seen. It's probably because someone's blocked. That's what I'm getting, my friends. It's causing sadness for someone. I can see that. All right, remember I said if you have a question, go ahead and think of your question. If not, we're just gonna pull and see what additional messages come through. Someone here needs to make a decision. If someone's undecided, it could be the person that's blocking, but they're slowing things down. All right, Spirit, let's tap into my group number ones. What's on their mind, or what other message should they need to hear, Spirit? 3 cards, Spirit, 3 cards. 1. All right, the first card that came out is it's a hard no on this. The second card is stop ruminating, and the third card is inquire within. So what I'm getting here is, if you did have a question on your mind, sometimes the exact question that we're asking isn't the question that we need to be asking at the moment. And what I mean by that is, the circumstances can always change. And if this is a situation that you've been ruminating on, which is like overthinking, going over it a lot in your head, who said what, like how many days, like whatever it is. Remember when I said you needed a healing break? Like, you need to step back from the situation. It will only be to your benefit. It'll only help you gain, I feel like, more control over how you're feeling or how you're thinking about it. I know it's way easier said than done, but there's a real message here of you stepping back from it. Inquire with Spirit. During the time that you do step back and you start to kind of center yourself, I'm feeling like you really need grounding, and like recentering with yourself, what your wants, with your desires, what you see in your future. Like, that's you inquiring within and inquiring with Spirit. All right, my friends. Let's pull some charms before we close out your reading. All right, let's get our little charm bowl right here. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my group number ones need to know? What are possible signs my group number ones have been seeing? What do they need to know? All right. We have the horchata, or the agua fresca. What are those called? Like the big thing that they have with the big spoon. Oh my God, I'm just like so out of it. Anyway, maybe someone here likes agua fresca, or maybe like a taco truck where they always have that. Only take it if it resonates. We have sadness wearing the Cure sweater. So there is sadness in the situation. Maybe someone here is also into Pixar type movies, or even Inside Out, because that's where this is from. Also, I'm getting Boys Don't Cry, The Cure. So someone's emotionally shut down is what I'm feeling. We have the heart-shaped bed from the Love Motel. The pillow says love. So I definitely think there was passion and maybe like even romance in this situation, even if it wasn't consistent. I do think that someone here is fantasizing about those times. Lots of passion. We have the 9mm dagger pin here. With the chain cross, that always feels like someone pulled the trigger. It's like very passionate. It's very Ace of Wands feeling for me. We have the Love is a Drug pin. Maybe you felt love drunk. I definitely, it's like ecstasy, right? I mean, literally, it's ecstasy, but it's like that's what the situation felt like when it was good, is what I'm feeling. We have Thanks, I Got It at Versace. This is from the movie Showgirls. I never normally mention that, but maybe that's a connection for someone. Um, she's wearing the Versace dress, but obviously she mispronounces it. Also, a reminder for us to stay true to ourselves. Always go after what makes you happy. Like Nomi Malone fucking wanted that dress. Like she did. She worked for it, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. And I feel like you're being encouraged to focus on yourself. We have the Hot Tub Club. You guys, I feel like it's like romantical. There's lots of good times intimately in this connection for somebody. For somebody in this situation, I feel like that's fueling the fantasies too. Perhaps we have Prince holding the rose. Maybe someone here is a Prince fan. I immediately thought of Dove's Cry. Definitely. Okay, so yeah, there's a Prince connection. Someone here likes Prince. We have 3 Prince. We have that one. We have Sexy MF. And then we have the scroll, Dearly Beloved. We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. And it goes on and on. What did I say earlier? Taco truck. Someone here, who are you, group number 1? Like, if you're sad about your person, just call me up. I'll go have tacos and agua fresca with you, and we'll listen to Prince. Someone here likes tacos. And then we have the Beychella 18. I don't know why, friends, for you, I immediately thought maybe something happened in the summer of 18. Doesn't have to be summer, but I'm getting warm weather, summertime vibes. Doesn't have to be 2018, but maybe someone here just likes Coachella or Beyonce. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you today. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it and that you heard messages here that can help you in your real life off the internet. And so this is where I leave you. I hope to catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number 2s. If you picked this Selena Amor Prohibido cover sticker situation, then welcome to your reading, my friends. All right, let's put her right there. And let's jump right into your reading. Today we're going to be asking Spirit, what messages do you most need to hear? We're going to be looking into your current energy, seeing what messages come through from your guides. And then, yeah, if you want to think of a question, I will be using my oracle cards at the end. If not, that's totally cool too. We'll just see what messages come through, what additional messages come through for you. And then we will be ending your reading with a little charm cast at the end. We'll see if there's any maybe synchronicities or symbols you've been seeing. Maybe there's things you've been seeing that might come through. All right, my friends, let's get started. I was just looking over and seeing what deck I want to use for you. That's so professional of me to not have that planned. Not calling even myself a professional. Oh, look, we just lost a candle. Let me see. Let me see what I have to light it back on fire. Wait, that's going to bug me. All right, can't be having that, my group number 2s. Let's use that. Okay. Much better. All right, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for my group number 2s. All right, maybe it just doesn't want to stay lit. What is my group number 2's current energy? My friends, maybe you feel burned out. Maybe someone here is feeling a little burned out, because I swear I was just doing the exact same thing earlier. And that candle was fine. All right. Spirit, what is my group number 1's current energy? I'm feeling very discombobulated with your group, friends. I see forward movement. I'm not sure if that's what's happening or if that's what you'd like to happen. I'm also sensing a little bit of stress going on. I just saw the 10 of Swords, and earlier I saw the 6 of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're not feeling like you're winning in a situation or being recognized. But just know, maybe you already know it's not time yet. Also possibly work. Oh, look at that 6 of Wands. So maybe you're just like really wanting recognition, victory over a project or something going on at work. Let's see. What's my group number 2's current energy, Spirit? What's their current energy? Okay, maybe things were said between you, someone else, or a group of people. Someone might be feeling regretful, trying to move past an argument. There's something here about how something was said. Maybe you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. I kind of feel like you are. There's a real sense here of trying to get over conflict. There's a conflict with other people. I'm being shown 2 5s. It's also a transitional time. We have the 6 of Cups. You're missing someone or something, or thinking about the past in some way. Again, there's that Chariot card. You want movement forward. Then we have someone else showing up, the Queen of Wands, someone creative and passionate. Why the 5 of Swords in reverse? No communication, or someone someone said something out of line. This Queen of Swords is defending a partnership or a relationship. Okay. Trying to heal a home, a foundation of some sort. Why the 6 of Cups? Circumstances are changing. Why the Chariot? Okay, so you're moving forward by leaving something behind. You're moving forward by walking away from something. The something could be an emotional journey. It's very self-reflective. It feels like, you know, there was something there. There is love and emotion there, but it's just not enough to keep you. I feel like, yeah, there's something here about conflict with others or regret, something that was said. I feel like someone possibly said something. So they either held back, but I don't think so, because it kind of feels like they're trying to get over something that was said, or they spoke out of line. So take that as it resonates. This Queen of Swords here could be an air sign, doesn't have to be feminine energy. She's very clear as to how she thinks about things, how she feels about something, how she communicates about it. Sometimes people are a little like put off by her because she's viewed as being kind of like a cold bitchy type, but doesn't have to be. That's just how people view her sometimes, because not everyone is ready to hear what this person has to say. So if this is you or someone else, you know, that's kind of up to you. And I say you or someone else because I do have this other queen showing up here. So this could be an evolution of you, like going from communicating or the way you speak to focusing on some type of passion, or this could be someone else because I'm getting air and fire energy. This Queen of Swords, like I said, I almost feel like she's very clear about what she thinks about a partnership, about a relationship, about whoever she is possibly involved with. It's like very clear. She speaks her truth in the situation. Now, if other people accept it or not, it's not really about that. It's just about, that's just how she expresses herself. And the reason I bring up other people is because there is other people here in conflict. I'm feeling like someone here is trying to heal the home, something within the foundation, if it's a marriage or if it's literally a house or a living situation. There's something here that's supposed to be very strong, very stable foundation type, but there's balance needed within it. Someone here is trying to take what they've already learned in the past, meaning their life experiences, what they've already been through, what they already know about the situation, and they're trying to heal it in a way that they're like, okay, I know, I'm hearing in my head, I know how to fix this. So that's might be for somebody. The conflict could be within like friendships or people that you work with or that were close to you. There's something here about a project, but like conflict attached to it. And then when I was shuffling your cards, I was also shown that Three of Pentacles, which is like a work card or a working together card. So there's something here about trying to move past the conflicts to continue to work towards something, to work towards a goal. I mean, this could even, we have a page showing up. I'm not really sure. I'll just go ahead and mention it. I mean, it could be a child. I don't think so. I think in this case, it's actually friendship or a friend or something like that. Even like maybe like a work friend situation. So these messages aren't for me, so hopefully they're making more sense to you. And the reason I say that, because in my head, I'm like, how is this like linked to this? But in your, if this is resonating, you're probably like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what that is. So as long as someone understands it, it's not up to me to make sense of it. You are showing up as, like I said, you're either missing someone, something, thinking back to a past that makes you feel really nostalgic, makes you feel really good. And I don't know if it's because you feel like things are changing right now, or you're not really sure if they're changing, but they are. There's something here. It's almost like, I don't know why I'm feeling full circle. So group number 2, if this is a work situation where you did have conflict and you guys were working in to like build something together, maybe the project was something creative or something that reminded you of your childhood, something that made you smile inside, made you feel good, and it feels like kind of full circle. There's something here about karma or about the circle of your life looping back around. When it comes to this, it doesn't have to be a work project, but it could be someone you've known for a really long time, or someone that you used to know and you lost touch with, and they come back into your life. There's something here looping back around, and it feels really nostalgic. It feels really good, and you probably missed it, and maybe that's where I was getting the missing portion of the missing portion of the show, of the reading, because maybe you didn't even realize like how much you missed that energy in your life. But it feels really good here, and it feels like you are moving forward, but it does require you to leave something behind. I see you trying to drop something when it comes to conflicts, and maybe that's what you're trying to leave behind. Maybe that's an actual like deeper behavior or something that you normally would have reacted in one way at some point. You're like walking away from the familiar and like going into the unknown, it feels like, but that's what you have to do to move forward. Because I see you want to move forward. And then we have this Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Someone who's really confident, really attractive. Like people look at this person as someone that they're like, wow, how do they keep it together? Or like, how do they do everything that they do like so passionately? Like, I feel like this person is like driven and has purpose in whatever they put their sights on, or whatever like becomes like the thing that they want to do. It doesn't mean that this person doesn't fail, and it doesn't mean that they don't do things like that they don't mess up, but they also like they're the type to like keep going and keep trying. And at times maybe this person has felt stressed out, but this is something that they're like, you know what, I'm stepping into my power. And I feel like what drives this queen, remember earlier when I said I'm not sure if this is an evolution of the Queen of Swords, which I've never like linked together, but it kind of feels like the story progresses, because in walking away, this person gets very confident in their decision and very passionate about what they're working on next. And they're going to realize they're not feeling as stressed out about it. I feel like you're no longer like losing sleep over something, or at least this person isn't losing sleep over something. Okay. Yeah. I was seeing if there's anything else that I needed to say. Ooh. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you like it when I mention signs in the readings, or if you kind of like to fill in the gaps as to who the person could be. Because a lot of the times when I mention the signs, I'm sorry guys, do you like my electric lighter? I don't like the high-pitched noise they make, but I do like that I can just recharge it all the time, and I do all the time. But yeah, let me know if you guys like me mentioning the signs. I love watching other readers and their readings. And someone was like saying, I don't do that. And I was like, well, I never even really thought that people might not like that. So you'll have to let me know. In this reading, I've pulled back a bit, but in others, I heavily go into what signs come through. So I'll only mention it if I really feel it's important in this reading. But like I said, let me know, guys, if you guys like that. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What other messages, I should say? What messages does group number 2 need to hear from their guides? What messages do my group number 2's guides have for them? All right, I'll take those. I do have like fire signs coming through, Leo and Sagittarius. I will mention that. So we have the Strength card, we have the Death reversed, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. What messages do my group number 2's need to hear? We have the Three of Wands. What messages? I'm not going to take all of those. What messages do my group number 2's need to hear? What messages do my group number 2's need to hear? So there's something here about planning in order to move ahead. It's going to be a little slow moving, but that's just because you're being very thoughtful, methodical, logical, practical, all the good calls that come with it when we're making moves. There's something here, I will look into it. The Death card reversed, you feel it's not done or you're not ready to give up on it. Strength reversed, you're having the courage to do this is what I feel like. I'm sorry, did I say strength reversed? No, I didn't mean that. It was the Strength. Lots of options are being shown. I kind of feel like you might be a little confused as to how to move forward. Or the Knight of Pentacles. There's that Six of Cups again. There's something about your childhood, something that made you really happy that you're trying to move back towards. I do feel a looping around. Why the Three of Wands? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Why the Ace of Swords in reverse? This King of Wands is coming through in these readings. Why this Eight of Wands? Okay. Why the Ten of Cups in reverse with that Eight of Wands, Spirit? Okay. So, right now, I'm not sure if you're currently in this energy or if it's just something you need to hear, but it's about having the courage to, like, if you've been holding back from making a decision or gaining clarity on a situation, it's like you're really being encouraged to address it and to like work through it. I think maybe it's been a little like, ooh, something you don't want to deal with because it's like, this lady is like trying to like tame a lion without any kind of like protective gear. Oh my God. I just thought of like Tiger King and I'm like, yeah, Joe, it's like Joe style. And it could be a little scary, but, it's like necessary in this situation when it comes to you choosing what you want to go with. I feel like right now your head is clouded with options or clouded with thinking all the things. Maybe you actually really do have a lot of different options, but it's like going to require you to think about which one you want to go with, which one you want to expand with in your future. There's a sense here that you're not ready to let go of, or you feel it's not done when it comes to the way you've been doing something long term. And maybe that's what you're trying to figure out as to what you want in like the bigger picture. This long-term situation's been in your life for years. This could be family. This could be your finances. This could be a long-term job or a long-term relationship of some sort, even a friendship, because I keep seeing this past lives or like childhood. Like it's very past driven. There's something here about making a plan so that you can start to take action. I feel like, also one of the things that's coming through right now, it's an acknowledgement that your mental state has been affecting your either productivity or your being able to move forward in some way. There's something here about trying to get over something sad or some form of loss or grief, and it's been weighing heavily on your mind. At times, this is what's made you feel hopeless about your situation, but Spirit wants you to know, like, it's like feelings are fleeting, kind of, but your plans, your long-term plans will withstand. Um, yeah, I again, like one of those things that I don't normally talk like that, but there is a sense here that you're the plan that's in place or going to be in place, like whatever it is that you come up with, it's very practical. And when you feel moments of hopelessness, if you still do, or if you were kind of living like that for a period of time, it's like it's like I said, it's an acknowledgement that is how you were feeling and what you needed to process and what was weighing heavily on you, but your plan, it's like still moving forward. So if you did feel stuck in something, or trapped because of confusion or too many options, it's like that too shall pass. That feeling is fleeting is what I'm hearing. I feel like you might be waiting for something to happen or to come in. I feel like you're kind of keeping an eye on it, watching it, knowing it's coming. In the meantime, you're kind of just picturing how you want to execute, how you want to do this, how you want to go about it. There's something here that didn't work out in the past. And maybe this is you trying to navigate like a new route, a new way of doing it. Maybe the thing that didn't work out in the past, it could have been a project, a friendship, someone you fell out with. It doesn't have to be, but it was a potential to grow something or to build something with someone or even yourself, and it didn't end up working out. So now you're waiting. But I feel like while you're waiting, you're kind of figuring out how to expand, how to grow from this. You might feel like you need to clear the air with a King of Wands person, this masculine energy. This could be a boss or a creative person, someone that people come to, someone you're involved in. There's this fiery person who I keep wanting to say people come to, so I don't know if this is maybe even you. Maybe they're like a leader in whatever it is they do. Um, I don't know if there's something you feel like isn't clear with this person, or like something the air needs to be cleared, and maybe that goes back to earlier part in your reading where it feels like the way something was said. There's something about communication here. I do see quick movement. So if it is communication that you need to have, I do see that it is going to be happening, and it's regarding what hasn't been working out in this situation. It's regarding the imbalance within your community. Guys, it's up to you. This could be a relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a family member of some sort with this Page of Pentacles in reverse. But I feel like someone here, like, for those of you who have watched Meet the Fockers, The Circle of Trust, I'm feeling like someone is questioning the circle of trust, or like, I don't know, maybe someone got kicked out of the circle of trust. It just feels like something here was causing an imbalance, and it was someone that maybe you're temporarily fell out with. It doesn't have to be permanent. I do see that there is a want to bring balance into the situation. Someone here wants reciprocity in the situation, and maybe that's part of the thing that needs to be communicated and the air cleared with this. I think I got everything. Okay. All right, my friends. So that is your messages from your guides. let's pull a couple of cards for advice, and then think of your question, and then we'll be ending everything with a charm reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have? I'm trying to be softer with that candle. What advice do we have for my group number 2, Spirit? What advice do you have for my group number 2, Spirit? What advice do you have for my group number 2s? What advice do you have for my group number 2s? What advice? All right, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. I feel like someone's over it. Someone was ignoring something to the point of like just dissatisfaction, like because they're just like so over it or so bored. That energy's coming through. There's also someone who really has a lot of love in the situation. Again, walking away. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse, and we have the Tower, meaning there's big change in the situation. It is going to require balance, but it does, someone is walking away from something, and that is the Tower moment. And it's a Tower moment because it's going to change everything. It's going to change, it's going to change everything. Like I said, there's a lot of love in the situation. Maybe someone has been avoiding this for a while, but this person, they're ready to unburden themselves. And they're very emotionally controlled, meaning they're not making an irrational decision. Sometimes when we get the Tower, this is a shock. It's a surprise. For you, I don't think it is. For you, it's like just know that this moment is going to change everything. It's going to require you to balance, and maybe you're going back and forth a little bit, but it's almost like, I don't know if it's going to be abrupt. Like you might still be involved with the old thing as you're moving into the new thing. If that's a job or whatever it is that's going on in the situation, it just feels like there is a little bit of balancing that's going to happen when someone here walks away, when that Tower happens. And I don't think it's a coincidence actually that I picked this deck for your reading. The last reading did not have the Tower card, and I will tell you the Tower card in this deck is fiery and like more like, I'm going to say, catastrophic feeling. And the Tower card in this deck, which I always forget until I pull it, it's an underwater tower. So even if it crumbles, it's almost like more supported. I almost feel like the water supports this tower. Like this is a different crumbling of situation, or it doesn't even have to be crumbling. It's just like a change that's going to change everything. Whereas the Tower in the other deck, friends, hold on to your socks. All right, friends, if you have a question on your mind, go ahead and think about it. If not, don't worry. We'll just see what messages want to come through. Spirit, what is on my group number 2's mind? What do they need to know? What additional messages do they need to know, Spirit? What additional messages do they need to know? We'll pull 3. Trust you already know. 2. One more, Spirit. Oh, all right. All right. Group number 2 said we want 4. All right. We have trust you already know. We have beyond a doubt. Man, you guys are getting confirmation. We have chill out. Take that how it resonates. Chill the fuck out. And we have the, I love this for you. We have the opportunity is approaching. I don't need to go into further explanation, my friends. These pretty much explain themselves. I feel like that is a definite yes. Yes on movement. Yes on change. Yes on whatever you're thinking of. Without a doubt. All right. And now, oh my gosh, what did I pull with it? A freaking face mask? These things are everywhere. Sorry, friends. The bowl was sitting, it was a clean face mask. Let me just say that. Let's pull some charms for you and see what additional messages. Maybe you've been seeing symbols or synchronicities. Maybe there's something here for you. Spirit, what else do my group number 2s need to know? All right. Is that the Prince Third Eye pin? Yes, I love this. You literally just got an oracle card that says, trust you already know. And this is about tuning into your intuition and seeing things not with your eyes, but with that third eye, with your inner knowing and intuition. I love that. Let me separate these. You got a quarter. You got the mama bat and baby bat. Maybe someone here likes bats. Maybe that means something to someone. I know me and my daughter purposely pulled that one out because, well, it's adorable. All right, we have, I thought I saw another heart. You pulled 2 hearts. You have these juicy thighs ain't digmatized, and you are enough. So take those as it resonates. We also have the chamango. We have 2 bats here. Someone could really like Halloween or like bats, like myself. Maybe there's a bat connection, Batman. The new Batman's coming out. Robert Pattinson, I mean, Twilight. I mean, I will just keep going. Okay, I added that last one myself, but it did make me think of Batman. Oh my gosh, we got the sage bundle. So there's something here. Maybe you need to sage yourself, my friends, after you leave the situation. There we have the Night King. So someone here could have liked Game of Thrones or is being seen as emotionally cold. Maybe this is that Queen of Swords feeling too. I kind of like that. We have the Hot Sunday pin. This reminds me of the 3 of Cups. So maybe during this time, if you need to lean on friends or on, maybe this is even like your work friends or something, they're being shown as support. How funny. You got 2 pins with Elizabeth Berkley on them. We also have the Thanks, I bought it at Versace. Treat yourself and also stay true to yourself, my friends. Maybe someone here like Saved by the Bell or Showgirls. We have Marge Simpson as the nurse on the Blink-182 Enema of the State cover. Most of you are probably too young to even remember that album, but before Travis Barker was, I was going to say a Kardashian. He was in another band. And yeah, maybe there's a 90s connection here because I'm even like going into it and talking about it. You know what? You kept getting the 6 of Cups. You did keep getting the 6 of Cups, and when I saw this, I went into straight 6 of Cups mode, thinking of like my adolescence when this album came out, and also The Simpsons just gets me in my 6 of Cups feels. We have Keep Added, so keep going, my group number 2s, and your last pin is Aaliyah, very nostalgic, 1 in a million. I mean, I'm feeling it, guys. Maybe there's a music connection here as well. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number 3s. If you picked this laughing, crying Selena, then welcome to your reading. Yeah, she's laughing, she's crying, she's doing it, right? We've probably have all been there. All right, my friends, so for today's reading, we are going to be asking Spirit, what messages do your guides want you to hear? This is a timeless reading, so anytime you come across this message, there should be something waiting here for you if you feel drawn to this reading, right? We're going to be using the Blacklight Tarot for you. And yeah, we're going to be looking into what your current energy is. Messages from your guides, whatever wants to come through. I'm very curious. The piles have been different. The groups have been different so far. And yeah, we will be pulling some oracle cards. So if you have a question, go ahead and think about that. If not, it's totally cool. We'll see what comes through. And then we will be ending your reading with a little charm cast. Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities or symbols or something, and we can get some confirmation for you. Let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my group number 3s. What is my group number 3's current energy? What is my group number 3's current energy, Spirit? Ooh, I don't like it when my cards do that. They feel like they don't want to, they feel like they don't want to give. What's up with that, group number 3? You don't want to give in to something? I don't know. Maybe it's too soon to say, but we'll see. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with my group number 3s? What's going on with my group number 3s? What's going on, Spirit, with my group number 3s? All right, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse with the 10 of Cups. Was that in reverse? Sideways. We'll leave it like that for now. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Queen of Cups. Okay. What's the energy? What's the current energy of my group number 3, Spirit? We have the Strength card. The 5 of Wands. What's my group 3's current energy, Spirit? Okay. We have the Guru, which is like the Hierophant, which is, it could be a marriage card. Doesn't have to be. Someone who wants things traditional. Someone who like goes by the book. It could be school. It could be like some kind of structure like that. Even a teacher. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Why the Queen of Cups? We have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles. Why the Strength card, Spirit? All right, so this could definitely have to do with a partnership. A romantic partnership, perhaps, a collaboration, a marriage, something like that. Queen of Swords with the Knight of Swords in reverse. The communication here is an issue. All right, so I don't know. This could be a divorce. It doesn't have to be, but maybe that's for somebody. And I only say that because in the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and you also have the Knight of Swords in reverse here. So I definitely feel like someone is holding back because of the conflict. There's someone here who normally expresses themselves verbally very well. Sometimes they could be seen as being like kind of cold or kind of bitchy, but they're holding back. If they're not holding back, then that means that they said something that triggered a conflict. So it could go either way with this Knight of Swords in reverse. I did mention it could be a divorce because we have this Justice card in reverse, which does talk about contracts. And we have that over something that has to do with structure, with could be law, like something like that, tradition. I mentioned marriage, so I don't know. I'm kind of feeling divorcey vibes. Doesn't have to be. If it's not, it's something, it's still something relating to some kind of structure and the legality or the balance behind it. It feels off balance right now. There is an Emperor showing up here. Masculine energy, someone who takes charge, is the leader, the provider, the this, the that, the masculine, right? And I mean because it's like hyping him up, but he's showing up in a way where I don't know if you can trust this person or trust this energy. This person could be an Aries, doesn't have to be, but they are a fiery person who embodies these things. They're not afraid to be out in the world and do things and build things and lead things. And, they're probably seen as someone who's like a strong person, but there's something here that I feel like they're starting to be truthful. And if this is you being truthful with how your own power and how you really feel, or this is you not being able to trust this person who's showing up in this way. I'm getting a couple of different storylines, and I mean, it makes sense because different people are listening to this reading. But what I am getting is that when it comes to your community, your family, your home, your happily ever after, right now, it's not happy and there's no movement there. There is almost like the energy went from someone waiting for things to change or waiting for something to happen to now you're just waiting in vain is kind of what it feels like. There's been a breakdown in communication here. Someone is being challenged to like get out of their comfort zone, but the comfort zone could be something like they're holding on, they're holding it together, they're holding on to something because it's almost like out of being afraid of losing it, but they're not communicating that. Someone is really, I don't know if there's physical distance in the situation or if it's just emotional and distance in communication, but there's there's space between what's being said. Yeah, I like you guys could not be talking at all. Yeah, like literally, you could not be talking at all. That I feel like there's watching on one or both sides. So if you're like on each other's like social media, like looking at what the other person's up to, or just kind of keeping an eye on them, um, because it feels a little unstable. Like whatever's going on here, it feels unstable. It could also be keeping an eye out for how money is being spent, and that's what's causing. Maybe someone here was lying about it at some point, about what they could like actually like afford, like the type of lifestyle that they were living, and then that's what caused an imbalance in this home. But it feels like you guys aren't really talking about it. There's a Queen of Cups showing up here and a Queen of Wands in reverse underneath her, which is very interesting. This could be two different people. Doesn't have to be, but someone here is very loving and very empathetic in the situation, and the other person is like, what the fuck you talk about, Willis? Like literally that's what I heard. Like this person does not like to be questioned. This person does not like to be they don't like it. I feel like maybe they're difficult to talk to. Maybe there's arguments here. This person's very fiery and they want to do what they want to do. And that's kind of really what I'm like, I don't think this is you. Maybe this is someone you have to work with, but there's something here about working hard at something. Do you have to work hard at loving this person? I don't know. I feel like your empathy is like keeping you around if this is like resonating with it's someone else. All right, I'm going to move on from that because I'm getting like stuck on that because I'm like, because there's a real focus here. There's a focus to work on something. But again, this person might be difficult to deal with right now. Maybe they're dissatisfied or like they're letting they're letting their passion take over them now. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not really sure, but it's kind of showing up for a reason. And we have the Strength card with this Two of Cups in reverse. So it's like holding back when it comes to a partnership, possibly a relationship. I mean, this could be a same-sex relationship for sure. Doesn't have to be, but it does show these two people working towards something, and there's a blockage in the partnership. So it could be work, it could be, romantic. There is someone here is manipulating the situation to go towards how they want things to be. Maybe holding back communication is a way of manipulation in the situation. But either way, someone is kind of, I'm almost feeling like bending the elements to their will, meaning like they kind of made something happen, or like I said, it feels like they kind of manipulated whatever's going on here so that the outcome or the situation would turn in however they want it. I don't even know if it's in their favor. It's just kind of making something happen. We have Leo and Aries showing up. Doesn't have to be, but lots of fire energy. And then we have a Queen of Swords. So this could be different people in the home. I mean, we're looking at, we have 3 people with a possible child or a possible younger person who has a hard time communicating is coming through in your reading. Now, this other person, they're the ones that I said earlier that maybe they said something that caused conflict and now they're holding back. There's something here. Someone's pulled back from a situation. Maybe this Queen of Wands like made this person pull back. There's an imbalance here. At this point, you're like, duh, there's an imbalance here. All right. I'm seeing is it lots of 5s or is it 2 5s? There's 2 5s in your reading, which is like shifting, like things are changing, and it might feel like a little bit of a struggle. It's like,
it's like number fives are like that hump before we get over to see progress, but they could involve conflict, they could involve change, all that good stuff. All right, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. You know what? This is bugging me, even though it's probably going to go away. Not go away, but blow out again. All right. And now let's look at what messages your guides want you to hear. That was a little bit about your current energy. So if that sounds familiar, then I'm glad you picked the right reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What do my group number threes need to hear? What would my group number threes guides like them to hear? What do my group number threes need to hear, Spirit? What do my group number threes need to hear? So, right now there's no progress in this relationship or this partnership because someone is either avoiding reconciliation, doesn't want to, or is ignoring something that they have to deal with from the past. There's a sense of not wanting to deal with someone here. What do my group number threes need to hear, Spirit? Someone here is feeling maybe like a little codependent on like not being able to stand on their own or not being able to like take care of themselves. What do my group number threes need to hear, Spirit? Why the too much. All right, why the Chariot in reverse? The conflict is keeping you from being able to move forward. There's that Five of Swords again. Did you have that? No, it was the Five of Wands. I mean, not the same thing, but almost the same thing. This speaks of arguments or things that were said. No winner in a situation, and someone here needs to let it go. Maybe there's regrets as well. Why the Judgment in reverse? We have the Strength card under that Two of Cups, and I think that was the same combination we got earlier. This is just kind of showing me someone's like holding back. Someone's afraid to maybe like address this. There's something here. So yeah, someone's refusing to leave something or walk away. They're like refusing to walk away from something from the past. It's something that they're like ignoring it's almost like they're ignoring the wake-up call when it comes to this. Why the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, someone's kind of stuck on an idea. So the way someone's thinking is coming up as a blockage. Why the Eight of Wands? Why the High Priestess in reverse? Yeah, there's no talking here. There's no talking. Why that Six of Pentacles? Yeah, you guys, someone here is manipulating. Someone's either manipulating what you're giving them or what is being given in the situation. And it's leading, someone's coming to a breaking point because of that. On the bright side, when we hit this Ten of Swords, it means it's about to get better because it's like you're almost like you're giving it too much energy, too much mental energy, emotion, like everything is wrapped up in this situation. And it's like a really wanting for things to be balanced and reciprocated. A real want, if this is finances, for things to get better, like if it's something relating to money. I think it was your reading where I mentioned earlier money. These readings are meshing together, so my apologies if it wasn't, but it could be something like that. It is causing stress, but like I said, someone's manipulating here, or someone is not feeling like they're in their power to change things, you know, but at the same time, they're like kind of causing it. It's like not getting better because they're not like stepping into their power. And maybe that's what this is about too, that someone feels like they can't be financially independent or independent in whatever way they need to be. Because it feels like someone here is like, no, I can't do it. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's kind of what I'm hearing. They're stuck on a mental cycle that's keeping them feeling like they can't move forward. I can't do that. I can't be single. I can't be independent. Why this High Priestess with a Knight of Swords in reverse? So this is either a cycle that's been repeated, or this is just kind of slowing everything down. It's like working against the flow of energy by this communication being the way that it is. I'm sensing no communication. There, it's silence, literally over here. It's like radio silence. Use this time if you are not the person who is disconnecting. I mean, even if you are, like, don't do this in like vain or in a vengeful way. Use this as a time to truly tap into yourself. Maybe that's what you feel like you're doing now, and that's how it should be. But I'm mostly talking to the people that are like cutting off communication just so that the other person will feel some type of way, and not really using it as a time to self-reflect and go within and really tap into what is going on in the situation, because I am sensing that there is no communication. I feel like someone here wishes that there was, or there's like movement moving forward, but it's not like, it's like coming from a, I don't even know if this makes sense. It's like coming from a comfort zone. It's not coming from any communication that comes in. I don't think that it is what you want it to be. And it kind of feels like it's repeating a cycle. Let me see. We already talked about that. Yeah, this Two of Cups with that Strength card. Maybe someone here is a Leo. Doesn't have to be. But there's a real sense of holding back, or of like being courageous when it comes to the blockage in this partnership. Because right now, this relationship, this partnership, whatever it is, it's not flowing. It's not flowing because someone's not leaving maybe something else behind, or they're choosing not to. It almost feels like they're choosing not to. Hopefully this makes sense to you, my group number 3s, because I'm just left scratching my head sometimes. All right, let's pull some advice for you. Let's see what's up with that, huh? Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Yeah, you guys are obviously the third group I'm filming, and they're all definitely feeling different in vibe. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. So if months from now you come across this reading after watching it the first time again, and you pick a different group, or maybe even if you pick the same group, there might be messages waiting for you, because like I said, they're all different. Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have for my group number 3, Spirit? I'm seeing you being encouraged to plan and to move steady, even if it takes a while. Unburden yourself. You're carrying too much weight in a situation. Wherever you feel like you're overburdened, that's what needs to be addressed. You're like, duh, I didn't need to watch this far to hear that. Maybe you did. I don't know. We have the moon reverse. Maybe you're, I'm getting a sense where there's like fear here that you might be avoiding. Maybe you're starting to see that. Maybe you're starting to see what it is that you probably already know. You've been fixated on something with this tripping squirrel because it makes you sad to think about. This is that 10 of Swords that I'm feeling. It's that overburden. It's like physical, mental, emotional distress. We have the King of Pentacles, someone who's very reliable, a provider, could even be like a stable job. We have the 8 of Cups again in reverse. There's something here that you feel you're not ready to walk away from. What's that 10 of Wands in reverse about? Start to make your plans to unburden yourself. Remember I said that? There it is again. Start to plan how you're going to release these things. Stop being afraid that what you've put your time, money, energy, love, emotion, whatever kind of investment, stop being afraid of actually analyzing that and figuring out what needs to go so that you can move forward. You planted all these seeds in your garden. They're all kind of growing, but it looks like weeds because you need to chop some down so that the prioritize. The most important ones can grow and flourish. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Prioritize what absolutely needs to stay and what's important to you and what can go regardless of the time, money, energy, emotion, all that jazz that you've put in. And maybe that's where the fear has been wrapped up. Why the tripping squirrel spirit? You are tripping. And I get it. You're tripping over this relationship. And why, but it's sucking your energy is what I'm feeling. You're in that 10 of Swords. You're sad, but something here is toxic. It's like you're sad over the release and you feel like it's a loss, but friends, I don't know how much of a loss this is actually going to be in the grand scheme of things. You feel like there's no progress and no moving forward with this King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign, a masculine energy, doesn't have to be, but it's someone who's very reliable, very stable, has enough to give. Maybe this is the person that you thought you were in a partnership with, but you're not seeing forward movement with them. Only take it as it resonates, my friends. Like I said, it could be a job. Maybe at this point, there's no movement forward. It's like you've grown all you need to, or all you can. Why the 8 of Cups in reverse, Spirit? Yeah, okay. So again, you are this beautiful, fruitful person that is not growing in this environment. There is something here. Oh my God, and I made that reference with the 7 of Pentacles. It feels like your garden's not growing. You are a giver of life. You're someone that plants seeds, plants projects, gives birth to things. That could mean it literally you give birth, it figuratively, whatever, metamorphically, whatever it is. You're someone who's meant to grow things, but you are dissatisfied. You're dissatisfied because you're carrying too much burden. And Spirit is advising you to take your power back. You're giving a lot of power away to whatever this partnership that is not in the flow right now. And that's like toxic. It's like become toxic in a way that it's kind of holding you down. It's chaining you down. But I feel like by allowing yourself to feel and to process and to be like, yeah, this is sad or I'm sad, it's like you start to kind of unchain yourself from it. You're really being encouraged to walk away from the things that haven't been fulfilling your needs. And it could be for a long time because I see you questioning the effort or the investment. You're like ready for a return and maybe it never came because I see like something here is not moving forward. But anyway, my group number 3s, that's your advice. Your advice is to step into your Empress energy. By step 1 is identifying the parts that haven't been satisfying you. And step 2 is unburdening yourself by walking away. That could even be mentality. It doesn't have to be physically. It could be a person, place, or thing. It could also be a way of thinking. All right. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed those. All right, my friends, go ahead and think of your question if you thought of one. If not, that's totally fine. We will just see what messages come through. We'll look to see what messages come through. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Oops. Oh, let me take a deep breath after that. What do my group number 3s need to know? What's currently on their mind? What answer can we get them? What additional messages do my group number 3s need to know? 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. 2. And one more, Spirit. 3. All right. We have unveil your truth by stepping into your power. I like that. We have not yet, but it's coming. And we have it's on its way to you. How interesting is that, friends? It's like I did feel a little bit of impatient over where your investment has been going or where you've been putting your time, money, energy, maybe like reprioritizing. And this is just confirmation, like the work or whatever energy you've put in, it hasn't been for anything. It may not be time now, but your time is coming. Unveil your truth. I love that. Remain truthful in the situation. All right, my friends, let's pull some, oh shit, it's so heavy. Let's pull some charms before we wrap up your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else can you tell my group number threes? What do my group number threes need to know? What else can you tell my group number threes? All right, you got lots of hearts. You have lots of hearts here. I thought I saw 2 or 3. You have Homer and Marge in the donut heart. You have the hot tub club. I'm sensing self-care here. And you have know your worth, baby. How awesome is that? I am sensing self-care here. Maybe you have some hot tub memories. We have the Wu-Tang honeycomb pin with the killer bee. Bees always remind me of abundance, but also the honey dripping off of the honeycomb. It reminds me of bringing sweetness to the situation. There's something here about being sweet to yourself and taking care of yourself. Speaking of, we have the appealing banana. I love that. Treat yourself is what I'm getting. Your sadness is being acknowledged. We have sad girl Sally right here. She would always self-sacrifice and mend herself later. Maybe that means something to you. We have the horchata pin. Maybe someone here likes agua fresca. Again, sweetness into the situation. We have the death card pin. So there is a transformation happening in your current situation. Death and rebirth. We have La Nalgona, which is about self-love, self-care. Lots of messages about nurturing yourself, my friends, so that you can step into... The Empress nurtures herself. Let me tell you, the Empress takes baths. She treats herself. She buys herself things. And even if she can't buy herself things, she does things that fulfill her soul and replenish her and keep her feeling like the Empress that she is. We have the Night King showing up for you. Maybe someone here likes Game of Thrones. I also just literally saw the stamp of Got, so maybe Got means something to you. Or someone that's also emotionally held back, or in your case, I feel like that's the communication that's being held back. We have the Hot Sunday pin. This always reminds me of the Three of Cups, a reminder to lean in on your friends, get together, have some fun when you can. That, my friends, might be part of your self-care that we were just talking about. We have the Kim and Kanye Wyoming era pin. If you follow along, Kim and Kanye are pretty volatile right now. Actually, I will say Kanye is volatile. Kim is trying to keep it on brand and stay quiet, not be posting screenshots of her text messages with him. But maybe that means something to you. Both partners seem like they're expressing in different ways and on different pages. X, someone here doesn't want to deal with something from the past. I think this something is dead and gone, but somehow it's still lingering. We have the X from DMX, but this one has bullet holes in it, meaning it is done, something from the past. We have Aaliyah, 1 in a million, but I also in my head heard age ain't nothing but a number. Maybe that's something that applies to somebody. And then we have our Prince pin, Sexy MF. Maybe there's a music connection here. You did get Kanye, Prince, and Aaliyah in the mix. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.